William Anderson.
Well, welcome, one and all. AI in public speaking, pros and cons. Why did I come up with this thing? Because it's something I've been thinking about for a while, especially since Toastmasters has partnered with Yodlee to have some stuff with AI, because they have a website or site that does AI speech coaching. So I thought, oh, this would be kind of interesting. And I know in talking to people and reading stuff, there's all kinds of opinions, but tonight I'm going to give you the perfect answers, okay? Now, if you disagree with me, that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Just remember that. But I will be sharing my opinions on some things. But to get going with it, as it is, there's the theme. Let's look at some of the answers you guys gave me on the survey I put together. Now the survey, I used some of my own ideas first, then I went on and checked the survey website, AI website, and it gave me some other ideas. Then I took and copy pasted those, and then I changed the words so it fits me. And that's how I adapted it. So you can see that, would you be interested? 10 people said yes, 2 said no, they were not interested at all. Whoops, sorry about that. And you have you ever used it? Half the people have used it, of the 12. 2 people didn't respond, and so I got a hitman looking for them to make sure next time you want to have that problem. Okay, which type of AI tools have you used before? Now, some of these are, someone gave me this one, and I thought that's a good one, so I added it, okay? But it didn't put them together. Right? So basically, you see, one person used it for design for images, but speech writing was a big one, 5. Delivery, nobody. And speech feedback, 1 person. The ideas and topics, you had 4 people altogether, and the never used was 6 people. So again, this was kind of the, I think probably pretty average if you do it in a group like that. So how frequently do you use it? What do we have here? We have 2, rarely. Sometimes 4 people did, and half of them 6 times, never. Okay. Now, have you found AI helpful in your public speaking? So 1 person said no, never used. You see 5 and 6 said yes, they found it somewhat helpful. Right, so that's our look at doing for what's been going on later when I do the presentation. Until then, let's go ahead and have everybody introduce their roles. Let's start with the grammarian. Before you say anything, I'm going to have a few questions for you.
Sure.
Have you ever used AI in public speaking?
Yes, I have.
What programs have you used? What tools AI tools?
ChatGPT. I used also Bing's Copilot, and there's one more. But Opera, from Opera, it's called Area.
Now, did you find these things helpful?
Yes, but not directly.
Not directly. Okay. We'll have to leave it at that. Okay. Thanks. All right. Please.
All right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Tonight, I'll be the grammarian. As a grammarian, my role is to help you improve with the English grammar. So I'll be taking notes, and I will highlight at the end of the meeting the proper usage and improper usage or mistakes. And I will try to provide feedback and help you improve. Now, since the theme is related to AI, I've asked, in order to find the word of the day, I've asked the services that I mentioned before, I asked them to help me provide 1 word which relates AI and public speaking. And it didn't seem that they understood what I wanted. So maybe my prompts weren't the proper one, or the systems lacked something. Sagacity. What is sagacity? It's the quality of having or showing understanding and the ability to make good judgments. For example, the first example, they showed their usual practical sagacity, and the second one, his air of kindness and sagacity tempts people to confide in him. In order to qualify for during the table topics for the best speech, you have to use at least once the word of The rest of us, whenever the speaker will use the word sagacity, we will acknowledge it by the table. I'll provide the feedback at the end of the meeting. Mr. Toastmaster.
Now we have the awesome guy. The R counter. Woohoo! So have you used AI tools for public speaking in any way?
So I was once tabletop master here, and I had some AI generated images of objects that do not exist and asked people to sell them to us.
Okay. That's it?
That's basically it.
Did you find it easy to use?
Yeah, I used I think it was Bing AI or Bing something. It was the thing from Bing, and I just put the things in there. Like it was like chocolate chip cookie chariot, and it generated an image of a chocolate chip cookie chariot. Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah, and you couldn't find those type of images. So
No, definitely not. Definitely.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Tonight I'm going to be the ah counter, meaning I'm going to count and beep you every single time I hear a prolonged word, a filler word like and, so, well, alright, or filler sounds like and so on and so forth. So, as I said, every single time I hear any of these sounds, you're going to hear this sound in return. At the very end of the meeting, I'm going to come back on stage and give everyone a report on how they did in regards to using filler sounds, filler words, and prolonged words. With that being said, back to you.
Alex, you have a few roles. Why don't you come up here and tell us about both of them? Have you used AI for public speaking?
I have.
In what way?
Generating table topics. Generating table topics.
Have you used it for a speech at all?
No.
Okay. Oh, did you find it helpful? Did you use it or not?
I did, especially when I ran out. I think of myself as being a creative guy, but sometimes when I run out of time or don't really have ideas popping into my head, AI really helps generate ideas.
All right, good, thanks.
Tonight I will have two roles. I will be, I think I've said this before, but still sounds really nice to me, the keeper of democracy. That means that I will be counting the votes or use the form to count them. I will only vote in case of a tie, which, unless Raluca arrives, won't be happening because it's 5 of you. And I will also be the timer. That's why I'm holding these wonderful cards in my hand. Probably know what a timer does. I get to count the seconds of each speech which will be delivered here in front. I will show the green card when you reach the minimum time. Red cards when you have 30 seconds to wrap up. And this is yellow. The yellow card when you're halfway through the allotted time. I think I said everything I wanted to say. Back to you, Mr.
Are you sure?
Toastmaster.
Barrios, please come and tell us what you're up to.
Thank you, William.
All right, so have you used AI for public speaking?
If you had asked me this yesterday, the answer would have been no, but today is yes.
And why? How did you use it?
I use it to generate some table topics ideas to combine some ideas that AI suggested with some ideas that I had, so it would be a kind of a mix of ideas.
Did you find it effective or helpful?
Yes, it was effective.
All right, good. All right, please.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. No guest tonight. I'm going to be the camera master. Tonight, William is going to give a presentation about AI in public speaking, and we are all going to give him feedback on the sheets of paper. Later, when he arrives home, he's going to watch his presentation that I'm going to record, and after he reads the feedback, he can have a better understanding of what he did right and what he can improve, so that next time he can give a even more effective presentation. And at the same time, because I'm also the table topics master, I'm going to record the table topics questions just to have them in our OneDrive folder and to remember the questions. That's all from me. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Tudor, would you please join me up here?
Yes. Thank you.
So, do you know the question?
Yes.
Have you used it?
I have, yes. So I've used it both for table topics generation and whatnot. I've also tried to use it for speeches every once in a while. Not necessarily for Toastmasters, but like for other presentations that I've had to do. And I found it useful when, you know, when you kind of have an idea of what the feeling of what you want to say is, but you don't quite know what the end product is. AI helps bridge that gap. It sort of provides, at least for me, a structure which is not what I want, but it's closer to what I want than nothing. So it's a starting point. That's what I found.
So which tools did you use?
Mostly ChatGPT and Aria, which is the ChatGPT version for the Opera browser.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's about it.
All right, thanks.
So tonight I will be the general evaluator, which is the role that gives great pleasure and satisfaction, especially when there are lots of people in the room, because you get to kind of show off by how you provide feedback for all of the other roles that provide feedback throughout the meeting. You all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be evaluating the logistical aspects of the meeting. Did we start on time? Was everything ready? And also I will be having a close look at and keeping my ear open in regards to how the other evaluations are going on, and we'll be providing a report at the end of the meeting. I believe that just about concludes my shortest role introduction ever, so thank you very much, Wayne.